Committee on this Wednesday, May the 26th. Appreciate everybody coming today for the meeting. We'll do a attendance check. Sheila Alexander, everybody in the house today?
We're missing a couple, Chair, but as I say, Councillor Millette will be joining us shortly, and I believe Tanya Hill is on the phone. Nope, Rhonda's just stepped away. Oh, no, Rhonda's there.
All right, well, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us this morning. Appreciate you making the commitment to be at the meeting. Item number 3 on the agenda, disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof. Anybody making any money today off this meeting? I thought so. Thank you. Can we get approval of the minutes from April the 20th? Can I get a mover?
I'll move.
Thank you, Ruth. Seconder?
I'll second.
Thank you, Kat. Anybody have any comments on the meeting? About the minutes? No? All those in favor? Approved. Thank you. No correspondence today, but we do have a guest speaker today with a deputation. In the month of May, it's Asian Heritage Month here in Canada. It's a chance for us to learn about the many achievements and contributions of Canadians of Asian descent who have made a difference in their community and in their country. The theme for Asian Heritage Month this year is recognition, resilience, and resolve. And we are so blessed to have a wonderful speaker that you will hear from shortly. Just a couple of interesting facts about Asian Heritage Month in Canada. I went to Stats Canada and got some numbers. Almost half of the immigrant population in Canada was born in Asia. In 2016, 48.1% of all immigrants were born in Asia, including the Middle East. Also, according to the 2016 census, a total of 6,095,235 people in this country have reported having Asian origin. And South Asian and Chinese groups were the 2 largest visible minority groups in Canada, with a population exceeding 1 million. So I thought it was important this month that we hear from someone from our Asian community here in Belleville. And I've known this guy for a long time. And once you meet him once, you'll never forget him. He's kind-hearted. He's been very successful. Kenzo was married to Toshiko, and together they've been blessed with 2 children. And Kenzo DeZono came to Belleville in 1969. And with Japan potentially hosting the Summer Olympics in a few weeks, I'm honored actually to have Kenzo join us. So Kenzo DeZono, welcome to the Equity, Diversity, Inclusion Committee. And we look forward to hearing your story, and welcome.
Thank you very much, John, Mr. Kelly. Everybody, thank you so much.
Take it from the top.
Start up again? Thank you very much for having me on, and thank you, Mr. Kelly, for having me here. I'm not sure I'm qualified to talk about Asian heritage because, yes, I was born in Japan, but, unfortunately, I'm a product of Canada. And especially, I was cultivated by a hockey player. So my English could be only dressing room English instead of proper English. So please forgive my language problem. If it's dressing room English, I can speak very well, but I'm not sure about good English for conversation. So I apologize for this inconvenience for you. And now, when I entered this room, I was looking at the plaque of Belleville City Council's display. And I started to cry because since 1969, everybody took care of me. Since Mr. Jack Ellis, when he was mayor, and Dr. Scott, when he was mayor, Mr. Ben Koch, Mr. George Ziglas. Actually, I feel terrible now because I couldn't repay to them what they've done for me. And, some of them passed away before I could give them back. And I feel terrible. And, all of you are doing a wonderful job for this city. And I try my best to do a good job for children. And my dream was, because all of you helped me so much, I wanted to do something special. So, if I can succeed to be expert for unlocking the potential for all children, that's my dream. And I try to live longer, and I can associate with children in Belleville, and I hope I not influence them, but I can associate with them to help them, to give them more confidence in themselves, because every children has a potential. Only matter of time. Some children has early bloomer potential, and also most of our children has a late bloomer potential. And I love to see late bloomer blossom later on. And I hope I can chip in something for their happy life. That's my most important journey. And fortunately, I have wonderful students, and my family are healthy, and I can walk and I can breathe. That's only I do need. So I hope I can meet many more children to be involved with me, and children realize what they can do. Good news is yesterday I got the email from one young lady, and she graduated medical school at Queen's University. Then she's a resident in Kingston Hospital started July. And I know this young lady since she's a baby. And here we go. She's so happy to become a doctor of internal medicine. And I'm so grateful to be able to participate for her life since the struggle age. And I just hope all the parents understand every children has a potential. Only it's if they are given opportunity to blossom or not. So it's us like adults responsibility to take care of children. And hopefully every kid has a happy life for different way. I met so many children, and some doctor recommend those children to come my place, and I grown up with them. And I don't teach karate or martial art. I learn from them. They are my teacher, and also they give me enthusiasm, and they gave me such a wonderful experience to grow with them. And if they get better, it's my utmost enjoyment. And because I have two children and they are grown-up kids, but both of my children are successful for their own way. So if I can do to my children something, then I'd like to give other children my, best effort to give them not on assistant, but to be involved with them. And, but if children understand hard work paid off, then they will be blossomed sooner or later. So it's a matter of time if children understand hard work paid off. And also we have to be patient as adults, give them chance to grow little by little. Nobody can skip from grade 1 to grade 10. So, every day or every class for me is last day of my life, last class of my life. So I have to give my best shot to associate with them. And when they go home after class, I hope they feel, oh, I'm so glad I came to train with Mr. Dozono. That's my most important thing. So, luckily, every moment is my life, and it doesn't matter, COVID-19 or, snow blizzard, doesn't matter, we have to, how to say, treasure every moment. Then that every moment, accumulation of every moment will give us, happy life. So that's only I can do for, City of Belleville, because, all council like you, all mayor like you gave me so much. And I remember when I came here in 1969, I met Mr. Cliff Belch, who was director of the Recreation Center, and Mr. George Zigoras, and Mrs. Samaz, who was another director, and they helped me. And I met a wonderful educator such as Mr. Walker, who was a principal for BCI, and vice principal, Mr. Hildebrandt. And, they were so wonderful to me, and also my wife and everybody. And, they saved my life. And I think I owe them so much. And I wish I could do so much more, something special on behalf of them, because my life is a product of all my, friends and those people. So, I'm so grateful to all of you guys, how, hard you work. Of course, there's a criticism, everybody, criticize everybody. Councilor, when I was young, some people were so jealous because I won something, or and also, accomplish something. But when people are jealous, they put you down. Then later on, I realized, oh, I must be very good, because people are so upset of me, what I say, what I do. If I'm not good, nobody care. But if I'm good, people start to be jealous and knock you down. So I started changing my mind. Oh, I must be doing well. So, why bother to upset? Then instead of upsetting, I start to, love them, because I thought, oh, if they're my enemy, why not to make them to be my friends? And, enemy become good friend later on. So, you cannot upset everything, because even COVID-19, and I appreciate the COVID-19 because I was so busy. I had a so busy lifestyle, go all over the world. Then now, I felt, oh, I'm so happy to have a, quiet time and to have a rehabilitation for my worn out body. So, bad knee, bad shoulder, bad back. Then, oh, this is perfect timing for my, resting time without excuse, So every moment, every occasion are going to be our, advantage. So, even having mask, I tell to my students, even you have a vaccine, make sure put the mask on, and vaccine is like insurance policy. You drive a car, but you don't have an accident every day, but in case you have insurance, so mask is a kind of insurance for us. So we have to accept what we are, where we are, and make a best result from everything. So, I have to tell to my students for, always give your best. And also, there's no chance unless you take one. So, we have to have always a positive thinking. That's only I do care, because when I go to underground, I'll be very negative. What the heck, what did I do above ground? But above ground, there's the sun, air, and breeze, so we have to enjoy. That's where I am. So in this city of Berryville, it's a wonderful place. Now, used to be people complain about the Berryville. Now people appreciate the Berryville because, COVID-19. So, not crowded place, and we don't have to be, afraid of, all, crazy people who, complain about mask or everything else. So when, situation change, people appreciate, everything. So, if you think about, a victim of COVID-19 or so on, then we realize about love, So, some people cannot see grandparents passed away, and because of COVID-19, you can meet them. So, we have to love each other every day, appreciate every day, in case something happen, then you don't have to regret, because when we can do, we better do. So I hope all of you have a wonderful life with your family, and I hope you have a happiness like my happiness, because I'm so happy myself, because I don't let other people spoil my life. My life is built by myself, and I have to make my life to be happy. So I try to help children to be happy, and I try to convince parents, please be patient with children, because sooner or later they will blossom. And I have a wonderful doctor who sent me their patient, and I always tell to parents, problem is not on the kids, problem is you. The problem is you don't understand your kids. So please be patient and give everything. Then kids will realize what they can do. And finally, I have to tell you this story. Some parents has unfairness for siblings. Then I have to tell them, every children are different. Some kids are very smart, but with a cold heart. Some kids are not smart. People think he's dumb, but he has a good heart. Okay, which kids do you like to have? You know, some kids is rich and famous, and they have everything, but they never visit you. But some kids are poor and not smart, but they visit you all the time. Which one do you want to have? That's, you know, that's what I want to say for all educators. You know, you cannot make assessment which, smart or dumb or rich or poor. You know, most important thing is what kind of heart, what kind of love we have to each other. That's, I think, that's the bottom line. Because if I don't have love of my students, if I don't have love of my family, I have nothing. You know, my accomplishment means nothing. You know, of course, I won world championship, and I went all over the world. But if my struggling children be promoted for higher level, that's more, happier than I won world championship. Because, world championship, medal, trophy, you can throw away in a garbage bin. But, those children who struggle and they improve their, lifestyle, that's more precious and priceless. That's what, I would like to tell you today. That's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Kenzo, for that conversation today with the committee. Does anybody have a question for our guest speaker today? I can't see everybody, but I'll screen around. Anybody got a question for Kenzo? Feel free to raise your hand. Okay, looks like Kat, go ahead. You're up. Question for you, Kenzo.
Hi, Kat. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Good to meet
I
you.
cannot hear too well.
Oh, I can talk. Can you hear me?
Maybe
No?
computer problem.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, can you hear me
Yes,
now?
yeah, thank you.
Okay. I'm hearing myself a little bit of feedback, but that's okay. Thank you for coming today and for your story, and it was wonderful and uplifting. I'm just wondering if you recall, because you came to Canada quite a long time ago, and I know Japan is a very small island, but with a lot of really big cities and what we would consider big cities. So I'm wondering if you came from a larger place to a very small place, and how you experienced that, and whether you experienced any culture shock or a sense of, what do you recall how you felt when you first came to Canada and what it was like for you?
Well, Kat, I think my attitude to compare other immigrant attitude are totally different. My attitude was adventure and see what can I do. And I was born southern Japan, which is a very small town, but I grown up in youth in like Kyoto, Osaka, big city, and every city or big city or small town, they are all uniqueness. You can appreciate the difference. And when I came to Canada, like Toronto, I saw the small town. That it's not like Tokyo or Osaka, but also the Toronto had uniqueness. Then, but unfortunately, Toronto had so many Japanese, people. So I thought, geez, why did I come to Canada to find a Japanese friend? So one day I decided to hop in via train, And I want to go on other place where nobody there and no Japanese, because if I want to see Japanese people, I can go back to Japan. But I came here to see Canadian culture. I wanted to know, what their lifestyle, because my attitude was adventure instead of just how to survive kind of things. So, luckily I end up in Belleville because the conductor woke me up near, past Trenton. And that time I decided wherever I wake up, I'll make my life there. So it just happened to be, Belleville here. And I never planned anything. I just let it make happen. And I love it happening. And, it was bingo, because from day one, I met wonderful people, and, they helped me. And also, they invited me their house. If I don't go their house once a week, they said, "Are you sick? You should come home for dinner." Everybody invited me. So I was sponging all over, and all the, not my friend, only my friend, but all of family became my friends. And, that's why I feel terrible, because my friend's parents passed away. And, I couldn't give them back anything. So, I feel terrible situation now. But, those people gave me no think, racism or bigotry or, culture shock. I never had any problem. Unfortunately, I never have any such bad experience. Every experience, every day was so exciting. Moira River, they took me for smelt fishing, or even Shannonville. We went to Shannonville Hotel, drinking and dancing, and the sea fighting there, and downtown they took me Crystal Hotel, the Green Door. It was just my eye opening. Then I said, "Wow, looks like a Western movie here." Every day is exciting. So, Kat, so sorry, I cannot tell you, culture shock kind of thing, because I enjoyed those, culture. So I said, "Oh, this is where I wanted to be." So I'm sorry, and I'm a kind of crazy alien.
All right,
Sorry about that.
okay. One sec here. Just gonna turn your volume down. There you go, buddy.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much, Kat, for the question, and thank you.
Okay, Kat?
Yeah, that was excellent. Thank you for the presentation too, Kenzo. Thanks for coming and sharing your story. And if you can, to the committee members, think about that. Gets on a train in Toronto, and when he wakes up, that's the community he's going to start his life. And we're thankful the train broke down in Belleville.
No, broke down. I asked the conductor, I don't know where to go, so wake me up wherever the next station is. So guy wake me up.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. We're at